Hi there, it's Robert Bruce Anderson again, and this is the last content video as part of the series, and more than likely be the last video. And this is just, as I phrased it in the PDF, just news and daily content. So what you're doing here and now is combining all the fun aspects and the fact that you love what you're doing, okay? But really speaking, it's more a case of keeping people laughing and smiling and interested in what you do. So there's a lot of ways you can create content for that. You keep an eye on the news on your Facebook. You even just do, if you're stuck for something to do, you just get one of your long tail keywords. But one thing I like to go to is a place called BuzzSumo, and have a look at what's there. Web design is dead. There, 19,000 shares on Facebook. It's huge. So go and read what it is and quote them and say, hey, I was in on Mashable.com today reading about how web design is dead. And sorry, I'll put the WordPress in here, WordPress. And you do the same if it was whatever your niche is, so puppy training or whatever. Sorry about the birds again, guys. I can't lean out the window and shout at them. They just look at me strangely. I've tried it. Okay, so timeline WordPress theme. Go and see it. Maybe it's nice. Comment on it. Write an article. Look up things. You can even do WordPress. Let's try it. I doubt it'll work. Something strange. But it's only by searching, and so something here worth looking into. The other way around is, of course, go straight to Facebook, put your keyword in. I did here, top WordPress, and then go and have a look at what it's one of my friends. So it's shared in 2012. Wow. I see he's got a free website. Hopefully he's got a real one too. And from here on, you just go down until you find out stuff that, it's worth sharing. So it's basically newsy stuff and funny stuff and even just chatting about what you're doing. For example, it's irrelevant right now because you might be watching this video in August of 2016, but it's the 2nd of January today. So 2016 is 2 days old. It's a Saturday. At 4 in the afternoon, I've spent the whole day making videos, because for me a Saturday or Monday is the same thing. My point is that if it were for my business, I could go out there and do a Happy New Year, I wish you all the best for 2016 type of a post. So, you do it, as I said, newsy, topical related. In certain cases, if you're a small business, you talk about what you did for your family, and you do it as a post, and you'd share the same thing on Facebook, etc. So people think, it's real. In fact, this guy does that. Stephen Van Basten. He's forever sharing, where he is, my office for the day. He's a wedding minister. So it makes sense that he'd share the coolest wedding venues all the time. And so, 3 or 4 times a week, beautiful picture of a beautiful place. And he says, wow, look at where I'm performing a wedding today. So that kind of thing is the coolest and best way of producing content that doesn't involve much thinking, and it's kind of newsy and fun. People get to feel like they've got to know you. So it's kind of thing that's cool with that, okay? It's also nice that it stops Google from thinking you've died. I know from all of these websites with mine, I work on them very hard. I've shown you samples of all my sites through this. And then I pick up a client or two, and then they become my priority. And so for 2 or 3 months sometimes, I will bail on a website like my crafting site. And by the time I come back, Google thought I died, and I've dropped right off of all those, I might have been ranking on page 1, 20, 30 keywords. By the time I come back, I'm not on a single page one, and they've got to work 2 or 3 months to make it all happen again. So, and that inconsistency makes Google wonder what's going on with you and your business. So you need to keep the flow the same. And bear it in mind. So don't try and start 20 websites at the same time. Work on one, make it work. Once it's profitable, employ somebody to do what you were doing on the daily process, or just keep doing it yourself. If you do it and you've employed somebody, you can then go and start a brand new niche WordPress business out there. And I promise you there's many, and you can make a lot of money on some of them. 6 months down the line, when it's making you $2,000 or $3,000 a month, lovely. $500 doesn't really matter. You choose at one point, you decide, well done. You employ somebody, well, $2,000 or $3,000 would be better then, and you pay them a salary, and they can be outsourced from a place in the world where it's cheaper. You could get somebody from South Africa to work for you for about $1,000, and you'd get good people. So if you've got to start making $3,000, fair enough, a third of it has gone to running the site, but it's hands off. If it's somebody who's intelligent and capable, way cool. You go and do it again and again and again. At some point, you're making $20,000 and you're not doing any of the work again. All you're doing is watching the people. In fact, then you employ somebody to watch your people, and then you sit by the pool. So at this point, the news, the daily, the kind of keep it alive thing has to always happen. Never leave a gap. In fact, with WordPress, you can program or schedule posts to be released in the future. So if you do plan to take a month off, 2 months, 3 months, just make sure you've scheduled all your content in there. You've got plugins that share your goodie as it's published automatically, and that'll be enough to keep it kind of going while you're gone. It's going to take a bit of a dip, especially a 3-month gap, but better than just walking away for 3 weeks. When you were publishing every day and then there's a 3-week gap, Google thinks, it's gone, and they drop you right off the radar. Okay, so I'm done with this whole content creation. Obviously, there's millions more, and like I mentioned to you somewhere in the beginning videos, I will be sending you to courses and things that will give you other versions of training on content. I will try not to send you to $100 a month ones. I will find ones that are there for you to get good information and apply it. Just this morning, I found a course that gives you templates on how to create your content. So it helps you creating titles and things, and it's all cool. But I firmly believe that in the beginning you need to learn and create and know that those words are you, it's your style on your website. And once you've done that, you can look as to how to kind of keep it going once you've got the ball rolling. And I also get that in the beginning there's 20, 30, 40, 50 pages over a period of 2 months that you're going to be working like mad. But once you've got past that, it's then just a case of ticking it over. A page every second day, preferably a page a day, a page a week if you had to. But a page a day would be far better. Done. Thank you for your time, guys. And I really hope that your content works great on your website and that everything goes from strength to strength. If you need to ask me anything, go to the Facebook link on my small business website. It's up here, and it'll take you to my Facebook page. And from there, you should be cool. You can comment on here. This is old, by the way. I need to fix it. And then just come here and say, hey, Rob, you said, and so yeah, I did. Look at that, I haven't been here since October, my bad. And you'll be able to be in touch with me. Cool. Take care. Thanks. Cheers.